Hello, people. I was going to say hello, fabulous ones.
Well, they are fabulous. You can still say it.
Yes, they
Yes.
are.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for
Hi.
joining us.
Hi, everybody.
We
Hi.
have got Kara is here, and Sunsa Ray is here. Celeste, hi Celeste, Sherry, and Lisa Lipsticks is here. Hello. I'm hearing back. I'm hearing an echo, guys. We need more headphones.
You may have heard I had my
I'm
laptop
hearing
on.
static.
That was from the phone.
That
I
was
had
from the
my
phone.
laptop on as well.
Christiane is here. Hello.
I hear
Victoria James.
I hear
is
static.
here. Hello, Vicky J.
Hey, Vicky J. Sunsaray. Hello.
Mrs. Unnecessary. Hello,
Hey.
darling.
Hey,
Hey.
Tammy.
Hi, Jamila. Thank you. Jamila says we all look beautiful.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamila. Thank you, Jamila.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Tammy.
we are here tonight. Hi, Diana. Diana Duncan. C Nut Butter Beauty. Hello.
Beautiful
Tasha.
Jeff.
Hi. Folks are coming in. We love to see it.
Hi, Tasha.
Oh, hey, Tanya. How are you?
Hey,
I
Tanya.
feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you.
I haven't seen Tanya in a while either on her
Yeah.
channel.
Love you, Tanya. Miss you. And
We
think
miss you.
everybody is clear to me. I'm not hearing static.
Oh,
I don't.
Thank you,
I don't hear
Vicky.
any either.
Vicky J says we all look good.
Oh,
Thank you, Miss Vicky J.
Jamila says she does hear some static. Gigi, do you have earbuds or earphones? No.
I only have these Bluetooth headphones. That's all I have.
Okay. Who else is not wearing earphones?
I'm not wearing them either.
I think we need a couple of people, more people, to wear some because.
I put mine in. If you guys can hear me, okay.
I have.
Yes.
I have.
I can
These
hear
are
you.
what I have.
Yes, I can
I have
hear you.
these.
Okay.
That's all I have. I don't have
Alright.
any. I don't have any
Let
that
us-
plugged into my computer.
Let us know,
Christmas
ladies,
gift.
if it gets bad. Okay, if the audio is not good.
Should
Tanya
I
says she's
disconnect
doing
my headphones?
well. You wanna-
should we mute until we're talking?
Oh, we can do that, I suppose. If you want to.
Okay.
I mean, I hear a little static, but I don't.
I don't
Vicky
hear
J says
anything.
it. Yeah, Vicky J says it sounds good to her.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't hear any static either. Everybody sounds clear.
And Tanya says everyone's loud and clear. So I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good. We're gonna go with this. All right. So I don't. Oh, hey, Kay. All things Kay is here.
Hey, Kay.
Okay.
I think we should introduce ourselves because I see a couple of people I don't recognize, so it's never a bad thing if we just do some quick introductions, and then we can get started with today's topic. Okay, so I guess I'll go first. Hi.
Thank
I'm Annette. Thank you for coming. I'm going to be moderating this subject tonight with all my lovely, beautiful YouTube friends here. We have, let's start with Monique. Hey, Monique.
Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all.
Marlo Keenan.
Hey.
Gigi loves beauty too.
Hello.
Dr. Ash and her makeup is here. It's Lori's life. We're at the
Hey, girl,
grown woman's
hey.
Grown woman's table.
Miss Jackie Taylor is here. Jackie Taylor. And Chantel, heavy on the shot.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
And we want to thank you all for joining us today. Jamila, Marlo, she says, Marlo, your eyes are giving her life.
Oh, thank you.
They are really pretty.
I do like the blue. I don't see you in blue very often.
Oh, this is my favorite color, but this is the whole entire Circle Local palette, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so I
Nice.
know actually Marlo just did a live, and I know you talked about makeup shaming. And
Yes,
oh,
we did.
Rajo's Gaming and Gadgets. That's my boo, y'all. Say hello to my boo.
Hey,
Hey,
boo.
Hello, hello, Lynette's
Hi,
boo.
boo. Hey, boo.
How you doing?
Hey, boo.
okay.
Blushing.
He's just dropping in very quickly. But thanks for the support, sweetie.
Aw.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
sweet.
So we're going to
Aw.
touch on makeup shaming tonight. I particularly was thinking in terms of luxury makeup and drugstore makeup. And what made me think about it, I approached the ladies some months ago, and it's when the Hourglass release came out, and they had like they finally released some deeper shades or something, and there was a lot of chit chat about that on YouTube. So it got me thinking about makeup shaming and particularly luxury makeup, the people that buy luxury makeup. And then you have the other end of the spectrum, people that like drugstore makeup. So I think my first question is, and we're going to get into everybody, what your preferences are. But I think my first question is, what is luxury makeup? How do we define luxury makeup? Anyone can take the floor.
Well, I think everybody has different perception on luxury makeup. I feel like if you're talking to somebody who maybe doesn't spend that much money on makeup, they may consider luxury makeup like Too Faced, because Too Faced is high end and it's more expensive. So I think it's really the perception of the person who's actually the buyer. For me, luxury makeup, is like Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona. I don't consider Too Faced, or what else is out there, Smashbox. I don't consider those luxury makeup. So I think it really depends on the person who is buying and what they perceive as expensive or not, or what is perceived as expensive to them and what they can or cannot afford.
Yeah,
Anyone
I
else?
kind of agree with. I
That's
mean,
part
what
of it.
Marlo was
That's part
saying
of
as
it.
well. Because luxury, it's really luxury is something that you don't really need. You know what I mean? And is at a higher price tag. So it could be multiple things for multiple people. But for me, I consider luxury more of Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, Tom Ford, Chanel, Gucci. All the fashion houses and those type of things. I consider more on the luxury end.
So it seems to be there's some concept about what is luxury, and I would love for our audience to chime in as well. It seems as if maybe price is a big determining factor on
Yeah,
what people consider to be luxury versus
Absolutely.
high end.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that. I would agree with that as
Yes.
well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Yeah.
also feel like luxury is also tied to name,
So
brands. You know what
Jamila
I'm
here
saying?
just said that she's like, if
Well, Jamila said that she can't buy it at
if it's like,
CVS or Rite Aid,
me,
then
it's not actually as luxury.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
I feel
I
luxury
wanted
is
to
tied to
say,
brand names as well, as far as like the fashion houses is all those type of things. Go ahead, Chad.
I
I'm sorry.
yeah, okay. So I think that luxury definitely is associated with cost, but also if you look at for example Ulta, they divide their store. It's sectioned off by what they consider drugstore and what they consider high end or luxury in Ulta. So to me, I think cost is one of the biggest factors, but for people who buy luxury, it gets bigger than cost. It's more about if it's luxurious looking or if it's extravagant or something like that. You can go deeper into the luxury category, but most times people are looking at luxury by the cost.
And the experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sherry says,
Mm-hmm.
for me, price is what determines it for me, but my perspective has changed as I've gotten into makeup. And then Vicky J says, generally, the fashion houses and skincare brands that branch into beauty are the ones considered luxury. There's a price point that also differentiates high end from luxury. Kay says, I agree. I consider all those brands as luxury, all the fashion houses.
Yes. And I think traditionally the fashion houses were what was considered luxury, but in this day and time, we have brands coming out and saying that they are luxury. They're
Yeah.
claiming that they are luxury, and they're having the luxury cost with the clean beauty, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
all extravagant. So that's when it sort of changed for me.
Kay says luxury is associated with packaging too. Sherry also said that. And then Jamila says luxury is more than performance and quality, but also the experience. So a couple of people, Pam, hey Pam. Pam has also said luxury is tied to experience, to the
Yeah.
experience. So
I
can we
think it's a
can we
luxury.
talk about then what is the experience that people are mentioning?
Well, I think the experience is changing over time. So I've been into makeup for a long time, and I think that back in the day, MAC was definitely considered something that was luxury, more high end makeup. And versus if you had something that was maybe by Dior or Gucci, those things were, you know, basically when I look on this panel, nobody's really a makeup aesthetic, okay? So, you know, the things were not highly pigmented. So the experience was more like a light wash of color. The performance was so, but you're really just paying for more of the name, more of it. This is Gucci, this is Dior, this is, you know, versus something like MAC where you have performance and luxury. So I think that now that the makeup game has changed so much, you have so many brands out there. It's really forced the luxury side of things to actually step their game up. Like now that there's hype around Dior, there's hype around Gucci. Like that's my favorite bronzer. You know, when La Mer is coming out, like we know that that's going to be one of the top powders versus you just paying for a name. Now that these fashion houses have competitions, they have to step up and, you know, compete with everybody else. It's
I
not
got an
just about,
example
oh, it
of
looks pretty.
of experience. Like, okay, so we have this is ABH highlighter, right? Nice packaging, but then you have a Pat McGrath packaging. So I mean, like, you can knock somebody's head off with this. Like when you open, it's weighted, it's beautiful, it's shiny. The whole experience of this highlighter is totally different from the experience of just popping open this highlighter from ABH. So that's when we say the experience. Like when I look at it, when I touch it, when I see it and feel it, there's a difference.
Diana
And
said,
that experience, you know,
go ahead. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. We keep on talking about experience, but let's define experience. Because
Yeah, I
experience
think
is a feeling. It's a feeling. It's a feeling of, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I'm putting it on my face. It makes you feel good. It just gives you a euphoric feeling. That's the experience that we're feeling when, or me, I'll speak for myself, when I'm opening up that beautiful packaging, some Tom Ford lippies, and put it on my lips, and then I'm feeling that beautiful sensation. It's feeling it's of
yeah.
euphoria. It's
So
good. It feels good. It makes you
yeah,
feel pretty.
for me, it is the packaging. I mean, from the time I receive it, when I open it, the packaging. If I go in store, it's the customer service. It's the entire thing. Like it's top notch quality from the wrapping, the boxing to the actual packaging, and so that is the experience. And just knowing that it's sort of exclusive too, that you can't get it from anywhere. A lot of that is part of the hype, I believe, too.
And I that leads me to my next question. Why buy luxury? Like, there's some of us here on this panel that do primarily luxury products, buy primarily luxury products. So, is that why you tend to buy more the luxury as opposed to high end, let's say, or drugstore? It's because you are buying into that experience?
For me, I am buying into the experience, but honestly, when I first started into makeup, I haven't been into makeup that long. Drugstore didn't have my makeup, so I would go into the malls to MAC and other places. So, so then I started buying into the experience of how I felt when they were applying my makeup, and then I just kept moving on. I just bought into the hype of it all. But when I remember trying drugstore, and I couldn't return it. So a lot of times it was just from the beginning, they didn't cater to me. So I just stopped looking into drugstore.
Mhm.
But But now drugstore has evolved. Of course, now, it's a different thing. But back then, it was just like I knew that if I went into the higher brands, that they would have my color. Now, I'm not talking about the eyeshadow and all that other stuff, but when it came to matching my foundations, it was usually the higher end brands that would cover me.
And I feel like, I'm sorry, anybody else got anything to say? I'm always talking.
You're good.
I do. I
Okay.
feel like I I just
Jackie, your connection is not
go ahead, Lori.
great.
I feel like for me, I started out in drugstore and stuff like that. And then once I started to experience the luxury of it all, I just got hooked. It's just like to me, when we go to the grocery store and I might buy the Food Line cheese, but then I buy the Sargento cheese. I'll be like, oh, ooh, this Sargento is on boom. So no longer am I buying the grocery store brand. I'm going to start buying Sargento. And that's really how, to me, I personally like transferred over into luxury, because once I started getting it in the packaging and one thing I will say for me personally, it did the job it was supposed to do. I didn't have to be blending and building and doing all this. Okay, it did what it was supposed to do. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm a grown woman. Let me go on and get this. Let me go on and grab this. Let me get this. Let me put this in the bag. And I've been there hooked ever since.
Yeah, I would just to piggyback off what Lori was saying. I think I've had a kind of some traumatic experiences with starting off with drugstore makeup very early on. My mother and I, we went to Walgreens one night. We were about to buy these Revlon lipsticks. I mean, we got like 4 or 5, 6 different shades. We get them home. It wasn't even summertime. The lipsticks were melting, y'all. We had to keep them in the refrigerator. I promise to God, we couldn't even wear these lipsticks. And so anybody knows me, I've always had like a job. I've always had my own money or something. So I tried MAC. A friend put me on MAC. It did what it was supposed to do. The package was great. It looked sleek. And then, you had the lip glosses like Ooh Baby and Explicit. And you're just like, this is wonderful. Like, if my friends that we were all different shade ranges, we could literally all go to the counter, find something that worked for us, and we could all have the same shade and maybe just a different lip liner. And everybody was happy, and it looked good on all of us. Not to mention, in dance class, I danced, and then I would always help with the makeup and the performance. It was just like, this is powdery, this is ashy. So I never really, I probably always had of a about drugstore, because I always felt like it just never really performed very well on a wide variety of skin tones. And it was just always that experience. Even like if I apply certain things here, like it's going to look nice on everybody. It's going to have pigmentation. It's going to blend out. You're going to get what you need. You don't have to store it all these different ways for the products to hold up. So, and I mean, that could just be that one-off lipstick, but literally that that kind of scarred me.
Hmm.
I know Jackie wanted to make a point. Jackie?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Is it
we can hear you. Your video is not in sync, but we can hear you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say that I did a luxury haul for, because I had tried luxury products before, but I never really devoted myself to purchasing them. And what I found was that a lot of luxury products, things that I considered luxury, such as concealer, foundation, I couldn't necessarily, I bought it online. I ended up having to go in store because they really didn't have my shade. It was a big gap between shades. And even the lady at Sephora, we were looking at Dior, we were looking at YSL, we were looking at the different brands, and literally I could not find a concealer for me. And then I settled on Charlotte Tilbury, who ironically used to have a problem making shades for us, but that's where I found a concealer that fit my skin tone. But I started to notice and take notice of Lori. I was on Lori's live, and I knew I was doing this big luxury haul, and then Chai came on, and they started talking about the Gucci foundation or the Gucci eyeshadow palette, and I'm thinking, oh, I thought I did a luxury haul, but now they over there talking about Gucci. I didn't do no luxury haul. But it was eye opening, because I said maybe I did the little sister to luxury, but I was really astonished that me, because I'm not the darkest of the dark, but I truly had a problem finding a concealer to match my skin tone. I mean, there were big gaps, and I literally walked away without the concealer that I had intended on purchasing, but I did pick up the Charlotte Tilbury one. Now, I'm not on my channel and in my everyday life, I like drugstore. Now, I know when I first started with makeup, I had the worst drugstore eyeshadow palettes ever. They were just horrible. And so I moved up to, I guess, what we would call mid-range, and I thought that was the bomb diggity. I liked, Too Faced and Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I really never went much further. But then I finally, had picked up, I had heard everybody talking about Pat McGrath, so I went ahead and picked up one of those, was it 6-pan, like the packaging that folded like the envelope with the little bungee cord. And I really wasn't impressed until the Rose Decadence palette, I think it was, and the Heavy Mirror one. Now that opened my eyes. That was a change for me. The shadows felt so silky to me, and the packaging was great. But do I buy luxury on it every day? No. But do I want the experience? I won't deny myself the experience of it, and nobody's going to say you can't afford luxury. So I'll dibble and dabble in luxury every now and again, but I'm not committed or devoted to luxury. I will still, one of my favorite foundations is drugstore. So I still kick it back to drugstore. I still kick it back to mid-range and dabble, in luxury if there's something that I really want. But, I think the conversation that we need to have also is, a lot of luxury, they do not have the range for women of color. I'm not saying.
We're gonna get to that, Jackie. We're gonna get to that.
Go ahead.
Point. But first, I'm hearing a lot of noise.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else is hearing it.
I hear it.
I am too. That means when I take my headset out, the noise goes away. Let me switch my headset, because it may be me. Okay, so let me get another headset and see if it's better.
Okay.
Carry on.
And then I want to check the comments, because the comments are popping. People are talking.
Car had a really good question.
And there's a lot of chatter going on in here.
Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. I've been a little quiet because I've been in the chats, but is something wrong with Marlo's channel?
Oh, yeah, Marlo's video.
No, it's not me.
Okay.
Oh, you had a bug
Carla,
in front of you.
can I say, Carla had a good question. She said, do we think the experience can cloud the quality for sure? Like, if the experience of the luxury may cloud the quality of the product?
Not for me.
Yeah, not for me either.
Because even in luxury, they make mistakes. It's not always grand, and I return it just like I return anything else. So yeah.
So Nisi W Beauty says, yes, I agree that price point is a factor, but packaging and ingredients are what make a product luxury as well.
Yeah.
Sherry says, experience for me is feeling like I've spoiled myself with a special item, and the way it arrives and is packaged contributes to the experience for me. And so-called luxury without performance isn't luxury to me, says Tammy. Now, someone else made a really good point about that I had wanted to make too, about exclusivity. And it's Jamila. I think the other important fact is the exclusivity luxury offers. Knowing not everyone can have access to this product. Not everyone can drop $150 on a Tom Ford or La Mer foundation. So I'm interested. Someone else said they also, Christiane, buying luxury is feeling like you belong to a special club. So I'd like to ask you ladies, how many of you would say that's part of the reason why you buy luxury too, as sort of maybe the exclusivity is sort of maybe a status, feeling as some type of status that not everyone can achieve.
You want to go?
No,
I
you go ahead.
absolutely don't feel that.
I have a question.
Like,
So I,
I do for me. I do buy luxury for that
Um,
also. That's a part of me buying luxury. That's just like when I go and buy my handbag. I'm gonna buy a certain kind of handbags because I want that handbag, and I don't want to, be everybody rocking the same thing that I'm rocking. You know what I'm saying? So I do that. Exclusivity is a part of. That's what I feel like. It's a whole part of the whole package of luxury. Like we all do things and buy things. We get dressed to slay. I ain't trying to be regular. Not being funny, but you know what I'm saying? When I want to get dressed up and look good, I come to slay it.
Well,
And
can
I
you
want
only
the top of
slay
the
with?
line. And
Can
I
you
just feel
only
like that's
slay?
kind of normal.
Can you
I feel
only
like a lot of
slay
people
with top of the
feel like that.
line?
I have a
Can
question.
you only slay with top of the line luxury?
No, I'm not saying you can only slay, but for me, I want to slay with the top of the line. And go ahead, Chad.
Oh, I wanted to say also, I agree with Lori. To me, luxury is a splurge, and I don't think that people have to explain that they can afford or whatever they sacrifice to do what they do. And I think that's one of the problems with luxury. Is like if I do luxury, then people are counting my coins, and
Period.
I don't think that's fair. That when people buy drugstore, I don't complain. I mean, if I hear enough reviews, just like everything else, and it's bomb, I'm gonna buy it, even if it's drugstore. But it's almost like once and I don't know if it's just a black thing or a minority thing, but as soon as you buy what you're buying, people are judging the car you drive, or does she own her house, or what is her tax bracket to buy
Right.
luxury makeup. And I think that is unfair. And I want to ask people, is that when you buy drugstore, are you only buying drugstore because of the price? Would you, if their price was the same, would you buy luxury?
Oh, well, let's ask some Gigi. Go ahead.
I want to talk about that because for me, I'm fairly new to the makeup game in general, and I'm also very, very, very new to buying luxury. I mean, the only luxury that I have in my collection is Pat McGrath and some Marc Jacobs, and the only time that I buy it is when it's on sale. So if what I will say is I started in drugstore because it was more accessible to me. Because I have a family and that's what I could afford. But there is a difference. There is a difference in the experience. There's a difference in the packaging, and sometimes there also is a difference in the quality of the product. But for me, it's also about convenience, right? Like I can go and get what I need and get out the door versus having to, go online and get it in other places. So if it works, like for me, most of my complexion products are all from the drugstore because they work. I can use them and I know they're going to work on my face. And when it comes to eyeshadow, I'm willing to splurge a little bit on the eyeshadow, but if it's something that I'm going to be using like all the time, like foundation, the face products, the primers, stuff that I'm going to go through a lot, I prefer to get it from the drugstore because I feel like I'm going to get my money's worth out of it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm willing to drop a little bit more coin on something that's going to last me a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I would like to add something that I'm someone who dabbles in a little bit of everything. High-end drugstore, luxury, dabble in luxury, dabble.
Me too. I got my pinky toe in it. My pinky toe.
I haven't been into makeup very long either. And so I guess I know a little bit about when drugstore, maybe you couldn't find what you needed in the drugstore, but for the most part, like foundations, Maybelline has me covered when it comes to foundation, when it comes to concealers. It works for me. I have my summer shade, I have my winter shade. And then, so I kind of look at it sometimes like, well, I don't personally feel the need to drop $61 on a foundation when I know that this $12, they're getting expensive, okay, or $14 foundation works for me. Although, I like trying different things, so I'll buy stuff anyway. But Also,
Wait, what, Mo? What is that What is that you just put up?
Like,
oh, is that your matte and poreless?
That's her Fitbit.
This is
Oh.
my dewy smooth.
So, so yeah, I mean, for me, drugstore, there are items that work for me. Although I have found that the more I've gotten into makeup, I find that I use less and less drugstore. Like Emily Noel, for example, she has over 1 million subscribers. She's primarily drugstore. And I used to watch her a lot, and now I find that I'm not watching her as much. As I've expanded, as I've tried new things, I've gotten a little bit away from the drugstore. But I definitely wouldn't say I've gone into luxury wholeheartedly.
And I think
Absolutely not.
makeup shaming, well, when you're talking about makeup shaming, it goes both ways. I mean, there's
Sure.
makeup shaming with luxury, there's makeup shaming with drugstore. Like Monique, she uses a lot of affordable and drugstore makeup. Why should she be shamed just because she likes those things? It doesn't make my things better than hers or vice versa.
Right.
That's really the primary subject that we're trying to talk about here. I think we define luxury beauty to death already. I think we all understand that, but the shaming part of it is unclawful. It's just unfortunate on both ends.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
the whole
and-
thing has to deal with makeup shaming in general because, like, I'm more like Lynette and I are probably like on the same lines. Like, we dabble in a little bit of everything. I'm not so much in the drugstore, and I work at a drugstore. Y'all know. Every once in a while, I might hit out, but a lot of times I don't. Depending on the neighborhood I'm working in, I might not find what's for me, or I might not find Milani because those stores are not ethnic stores or something like that. But if I go to Target, I'm always going to check out, what's going on in there. But I think at the end of the day, you have to buy what you can afford at the end of the day, whether if you want to spend all your coins on luxury and then you want to pick up the Melt and then you want to pick up ABHA and you want to pick up Indie, because what I do talk about a lot of times, like, people can shame you, but they spend just as much money as you might be spending on a few luxury products as they are on these indie brands. Like, listen at these indie
Yes.
brands are expensive.
And you know,
Yes. Yes.
you know what else is
And
a
they have an
misconception?
experience
Hold on,
all
I'm
its
sorry.
own.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
if you're going
Hold
to
on, let
Cleona
Ashley finish.
to get
Some
some,
of y'all, I can't hear.
if you're going to
Ashley.
Cleona, can you hear me now?
You
Can
and
you hear me?
Lynette and Marlo, y'all's voices are very low. I can't hear y'all that well.
Okay.
Can you hear me
I
any
hear
better?
more like a background noise, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
can
hearing
hear you.
background noise too.
but if you're going to,
And I think we lost Ashley.
pity, like, I'm wearing the Nest of my palette today. So everybody talks about this, like how expensive it is, but she is luxury. She has been around. She's a working makeup artist. She is just like on the level of Pat McGrath. It's just that Pat McGrath's brand has exceeded hers. But literally, if this palette was what, $120, you could get to 20% off. If you were to hit the first row of this palette, buying Cleona, we're at 25, 50, 75, 100, 125 just in the front row if you're just buying those few shades or things like that. So at the end of the day, you have to buy what you can afford. And makeup shaming comes in all different levels, whether it's people who have tons of drugstore stuff like Tara Baby. I don't know if you guys ever seen her. She does a haul like every Tara Baby. She's old school. She has like she has tool chests full of makeup, luxury to drugstore. So I think at the end of the day, you have to keep it in perspective. Like, it could go all the way around. Somebody could say, well, I'm never going to buy all of that. But you're spending the same amount of money as me. As long as you can afford it, do what you can do.
Right.
Don't worry about what I do with it. As long as I pay my bills, I get up every day, go to work. I can afford my house. I can afford my car. I can afford whatever I want to do. You know what I mean?
And I think that's something that like you said, like, first of all, I feel like this. Do what you want to do. You be happy, I be happy. We all be happy. Do whatever you want. But when it comes to the shaming, I do feel like with the luxury brand and someone that might not buy luxury, but I feel like, yeah, I might spend $125 on a Pat McGrath palette, but you're going to go spend the same amount on 12, 13 ColourPop palettes or whatever. You're still spending the money. You know, the money is still being spent.
Yeah.
Or even if you don't buy makeup, you might eat out every day for lunch buy Pepsi, smoke cigarettes, this wacky tobacco, or whatever. You spend your money where you want to spend your money. Alcohol, it still all adds up. It's just wherever people decide
Marlo.
to spend their money, and people shouldn't be like judging you because if you spend this much money or if you only spend this much money. Just let people be happy.
Well, I wanted to say that the only reason I know that shaming is on both sides from drugstore to luxury, and I don't believe in shaming at all. Like, I don't believe in shaming. You know, like, no matter where you are in life, I don't believe in shaming. I think it's horrible because you're projecting your feelings or your thoughts or counting somebody else's money. It's just wrong no matter what. But the reason I could say for luxury is because since I've started my channel that I have been shamed. Like, people have DM'd me questioning if I can afford things and stuff like that. So I just think that no matter what, you're crossing the line. Yeah. And I don't know, but
Yeah, see,
even
that's
in
what
my
I wanted
videos,
to know.
yeah, even in my videos, I will tell people that at this stage in my life, yes, I can afford luxury. Not that I have to explain it, but I've already raised my kid. I'm like living my best second life. So I understand if you have little ones, then of course you're not going to be spending the same that I spend, or even if you do, that's not my business. I just feel like people should not shame you. And the bottom line is we all love makeup. We love makeup. We love getting dolled up, and let's just keep it positive. But people have actually questioned me and told me that I could sell some of my things on Poshmark to make my money back.
Yeah, I think that that's totally
that was
wrong.
my
No,
question. I wanted to
nobody.
know-
Go ahead, Jackie.
I just wanted I think that was my question. I just wanted to know, because we're talking about makeup shaming, I wanted to know, have people actually said things about, your luxury channel or, the products that you're showing on your channel? Because I can't imagine that. So that's what, Lori, I know you're passionate about this. So I just was curious, have people actually said things to you guys?
Well, I think it's a tone of what sometimes is not exactly blatant, but it's very the tone of somebody saying something. Like, for example, I could say, suppose somebody, I like luxury, right? And suppose somebody says to me, well, oh, you think you're better than everybody else.
Yeah.
That's shaming. That's a part of shaming, because that's saying you're projecting something onto me where I don't even feel that way. I just like luxury and high-end makeup. You know what I'm saying? And the caveat also to that is that some people will say, oh, I'm talking about people in luxury. Well, you don't, most people have something to say about luxury because they can't afford it. I don't believe that's true. No. I believe there's a lot of people out there that could afford luxury. They're just not into luxury.
Right, exactly.
So you can't even say that and assume that on somebody. So it's about the way people are responding to you, and it's the undertone. It's not like somebody necessarily blatantly saying, "Oh," it's just the undertone of a conversation.
I've actually had people. I'm sorry.
Oh no, sorry. I was just gonna say I haven't experienced it personally because I'm not a primarily luxury channel, but I follow a lot of people who are primarily, I follow all of you guys. I watch your videos, but I saw it on Glam Girl Chelsea. She has shifted. When she first started, she wasn't primarily a luxury channel, but she has shifted her focus, and that's what she likes. And I have seen people shame her, like, well, why don't you ever do any affordable makeup? How come you don't? Because not all of us can afford all of this stuff. And it's just like, why would you even say that? Like, if that channel is not for you, if luxury is not for you, then you need to go and see somebody else. Like, don't shame her because that's what she likes. She's a beautiful, wonderful creator. She's the sweetest person in the world. Don't shame her for what she likes. It's just really sad.
I have people in my real life, not so much. I've had, like what Marlo said, like those undertone type comments, or like in real life, people that know me, Lori bougie, she this or she that, and girl, I've always been that chick. period. Ever since you know me, no matter what I'm doing, but you want to try to say just because I like this, now all of a sudden, well, and it's not even all of a sudden. I've always been into luxury things, but because I am into luxury things, I think I'm better. I don't think I'm better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just Lori. Now, do I think I'm all that in a bag of chips? Of course I do. And everybody in this room should feel that way about themselves. You know what I'm saying? But because you might have an issue with your own self-worth, don't try to push that out on me. And I feel like sometimes that's what comes across like in my real life.
You know, Tammy just said something very powerful that's very, I don't know if you guys see the comment. Miss Unnecessary said, I was actually contacted in this DM and told that maybe this isn't the community for me, being that I don't own all the products they talk about. That is disrespectful.
What?
Now that, oh, Tam, you need to tell me who said that, child.
Wait, are they talking about she doesn't own luxury, so she can't be in the community? What?
Or she shouldn't be following certain channels because she doesn't have luxury items?
That makes no sense whatsoever.
That is just absolutely disrespectful. And this is the thing, like, why is it that people in the, I don't even know if she got this from somebody in the beauty community or if this is just like a regular type of subscriber or something, but this is absolutely outrageous and we have to stop this, and we need to do better than this. We need to do better
But you have a lot of keyboard gangsters. You have a lot of keyboard gangsters, people that sit behind keyboards, type out whatever they want to type out, think that they would never say to you in your face. You know what I'm saying? So some of it you have to like throw that out in the bathroom. You know, just throw that out because at the end of the day, they have an issue, and I think that's how we have to start looking at it. For people that do things like that, return to sender, boo, because that's not my issue. That don't belong to me. So that belongs to you. You know?
Oh, Tammy, she said yes because I only have a few luxury pieces. So what? I only have a few luxury pieces too.
Yeah.
So what? So what? So what?
If you're watching,
I am so sorry you experienced that.
If you're watching anybody's YouTube channel with the focus of that I need to own all of the products that anybody talks about, you have lost so much focus, okay? You have lost all the focus. You need to pick up what you like, what can cater to your skin complexion, and what you think you will use. Because what I like, it might not be what I like. What Marlo might not be what I like. And you need to get what you want and what you think you would use. And you watch that person because you like their personality. You like how they display the products. Because at the end of the day, they're going to bring some type of value. Maybe you haven't thought that, oh, maybe I need to wet my brush before I lay down that shimmer shade. Hey, let me try that with this shadow I have over here that's been giving me so many problems. That's what you're here for. You need to pick up those artistry lessons, or just to enjoy the person, not to sit here and think about that I need to buy everything that.
Jamila has a question. How should you respond to people who shame you, or should you respond?
Tell them to mind their
Don't
own
respond.
I say block, delete.
Tell them to mind their own business.
Monique has something.
Block, delete. Don't count my coins. Block, delete.
I think it's unfortunate because, and Mo, I'm going to let you speak in a minute. I think it's unfortunate that we shame each other in our own community, because a lot of us outside of this community, like for me, for example, I don't know anybody else. I have one friend that used to be really into makeup like me. She's not anymore. So I don't know anybody else that's into makeup like I am, and they just don't get it. They don't get why it is I do my eyes like this and go to Target. They don't get why I have more than 5 eyeshadow palettes. So the fact that we get shamed outside of the community because we wear makeup and a lot of people don't, it's too bad that we do it to one another within the community.
Right.
Monique, I think you wanted to say something.
Yes, I think I have been perceived as shaming people for luxury. It is not in my heart to shame anybody for luxury. If you really know me, and these people on this panel, they know me, I do have some luxury. But when it comes to makeup, I have to be honest. I don't buy luxury makeup. I'm not into luxury makeup. There is a reason. Chantel asked me about that before. I'm not into luxury makeup. I'm into other things that are luxury. Vicky J said in the comments, some people travel. I travel, but I'm also into luxury cookware. I like luxury things in my house, not necessarily on my face, because y'all know how I am with makeup. I may wear makeup today, I may go a week or two and I don't touch it again. I'm not a big makeup guru, and then other people wonder why, and it's a joke. I put it on and I take it right back off because makeup is not my happy place like it is for a lot of you. Luxury for me is like cookware, Williams Sonoma, Pottery Barn.
Right.
That's luxury for me. And if I've shamed anybody outside of this panel, if you feel like you've been shamed, I apologize. Wear your luxury. I have a Tom Ford quad now because of Lord. I haven't worn it yet. I don't.
Let Marlo in.
I got in.
Oh, can we address Pam Marie, her question?
Y'all not gonna
Hold on,
respond?
can I say something to Monique right quick? Monique, I don't think it's that we think you're shaming. It's just your person. Monique don't have any filter. You know what I'm saying? And people that know Monique know she don't mean no harm. So I don't feel like, well, I'm gonna just speak for me. I know when you be on my live and we be talking, that's just Monique's personality. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you're intentionally like, it's a difference from what you're doing in your personality versus people who are actually shaming people.
Yeah.
Marlo, did you want to say something?
Yeah, and oh Lord, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I wanted to take accountability even in my real life. Like, I think we all say, and we all of us on this panel, I'm sure, never intentionally tried to shame anybody else. But if I'm going to be transparent and take accountability for my own actions, I will say that I may have done that in the past. I know that people, even at my workplace, will be like, oh, did you get this from CVS? And you know what sometimes my response is? I don't wear drugstore makeup. And just that tone of how I say it could be perceived as, oh, so I'm going to take accountability for that because you know what? Sometimes I do say that. But I think it's only in a conversation when I'm talking to a friend of mine and it just comes out like that. And it's like we're all joking about it. And then like, oh, we know you're bougie. But you know what? If I'm going to be honest, I need to take accountability for that.
And I know for me, I just don't want to spend that much money on makeup. I just don't. Like, and it's, I think everyone else mentioned, like, you spend your money on what you value and what's important to you, and it's your business. So I will drop that amount of money on a bag. I will drop that amount of money on some shoes. But like, to pay really high prices for makeup, it's just not that, I don't love it that much I don't value it that much to want to spend that much. Now, eyeshadows is that's a whole different topic, but other things, it's not my thing, and that's fine, and that's fine for everyone. I did want to ask about, because the thing that got me on this topic and wanting to get together was the fact, we've been talking about luxury makeup and the luxury brands, and makeup has come a long way. We've talked about drugstore now. It's much more inclusive. A lot of brands, not all of them. There have been makeup brands that have been inclusive, NARS, MAC, so it's not that brands have never been, have anything for women of color. But it seems to me, and tell me if I'm wrong, I've heard people mention that they can find their shade in the luxury brands or the high-end brands. It seems to me, someone who has not been in this space for a very long time, that luxury brands have not really yet caught up, I don't think, in terms of, we're still talking about Hourglass not having a bronzer for deeper skin tones. Wayne Goss, a new, what we describe him as luxury brand, who has not made anything, as far as I'm concerned, very much of anything for women with deeper skin tones. And so I've heard this question and this topic being bandied about before, about Black women continuing to purchase and support with their dollars luxury brands that don't necessarily make products for us. And I know there's the argument that, we shouldn't support brands that don't support us, that don't make products for us. And then there's the other side where, well, they think that we won't buy it. So we've got to buy it to show them that there is a demand for it. So I would like the ladies to weigh in on either side of this conversation.
First of all, Black women spend more money on makeup in the United States a year, in general, even more so than our counterparts. So that theory.
Can I just add, Marlo? I just think that Black people in general spend more money on just about everything. Products, services, like we spend the most money on everything. But go ahead.
Well, no, that's exactly
from a dark-skinned woman. As a dark-skinned woman, I feel like drugstore was terrible for me. Like they never would have, like when I started actually finding makeup that worked for me, I had to go to the MAC counter. I had to go inside the malls and go into the actual drugstore counters in order to find a shade that worked for me. I can't just walk into, and then just like Dr. Ash says, and if it's a certain type of drugstore, they don't carry nothing that's gonna work for me at all if it's not in a certain area. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for me, higher end has been where I went for my complexion because I really could not find it in the drugstore. It was like I always went to the deepest shade, and 9 times out of 10, it didn't work. Now, have they evolved? Yes, but I do feel like just like drugstore has evolved, I feel like luxury has evolved as well. And I'm more on the end of, I know you were saying it's like we don't buy if they don't make products for us versus we buy because they think we won't buy. I buy if you have the product available, I will purchase it. If the product is not available, then I will not purchase. So that's kind of how I do it.
And in my experience, I think that luxury beauty definitely has a long way to go in including everyone. But I do see some progression. Another thing that I wanted to say is that in most luxury, what I've seen more than not being as inclusive is not showing it on their websites. Like I can speak for, specifically for the medium deep complexion. For example, Gucci. Gucci doesn't have a medium deep representation on their website. So, and not sometimes they'll show their darkest and their lightest, and they miss out on the in between. So in luxury, I think that I can say Suku and other things, they will have the shade, but they don't have a model representing that shade. So I do think that luxury has a long way to go. But from my experience, that when you reach out to them, I can see them changing. And so, but if they don't, I'm like Lori, if you don't have it for me, I will not buy it. And I belong to a community. If I see that people are asking and emailing and communicating that they're interested in the product and a brand doesn't buy it, then I will not buy from that brand. Right. So that's how I feel about it.
I feel like it's a missed opportunity too, because the category that we're in with, like, it's a missed opportunity with deeper skin tones too. Like, you can't just make a shade for me and that's the deepest shade that you have. Like, you're excluding so many other people. But then on top of that, there are so many different variations that are in the medium deep or medium tan type category too. So it's and then there's so many different undertones that are within that category as well. And I feel like it's a missed opportunity. It's a missed opportunity. They really need to, try and do better. I think that's the reason why, that's what steers me away from purchasing complexion products from luxury brands. And that's why I stay more with, the drugstore and mid-range, because I have a better time finding a match for not only my skin tone, but my undertone too.
Yeah.
Jamila says, to be honest, I would be less mad if Hourglass just said I wasn't their demographic. This fake representation is annoying AF.
Exactly.
Night
I mean,
Star
it
Beauty
really
said
is.
Yeah, because I was
Gucci.
wondering
Night Star Beauty said Gucci's latest cushion foundation was
for
shocking in their
Hourglass, why do
shade
you think
range.
Hourglass only?
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead, Annette.
Jackie. Go ahead, Jackie.
I was wondering why, when Hourglass came out with their palette, why could you only find the deeper tone palette on their website? Why would they not release that to Sephora like the rest of their ambient palettes?
I
Sephora is good for that. Sephora does that a lot. I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed that. They won't show the deeper shades. Like they won't even like you'll think, oh, the shade range only goes to this. But then if you go to the actual website to the company, you'll see that there's more colors.
But like she said, are they releasing the deeper shades to Sephora?
Oh, I don't know.
Because that
um
ambient palette, Lori, that you have, you can only buy it on
Oh, yeah.
the Hourglass website.
maybe
So,
it's a
I was
decision
wondering
by
why is that?
Sephora. Maybe it's a decision by Sephora. They only have but so much space in their store space, and they're thinking that these deeper shade products are not going to sell as well as the shades, the lighter ranges. So it might be their decision, might be Sephora's decision to say, because at my drugstore, my local drugstores, I have two near me, and the one closest to me, I know that there are deeper shades in these foundations and concealers, and they just don't have it. It goes to like light
Yeah.
beige, and that's it. And so I know it's the store. Whether it's where I live, the community where I live, not enough people are buying the darker shades, so they don't even bother to stock it in the store.
Then you can ask that question because I have a Walgreens and a CVS right outside of my neighborhood, and the CVS started carrying darker complexion products, but the Walgreens took a very long time. And I finally asked the lady who was responsible for buying the product. She said, we don't have demographics for the darker colors. I said, then you evidently are not looking at the people around this area and who comes into this store. Because, first of all, Houston, one of the most diverse cities, we're everywhere in different colors. Black, we have a huge South Asian
Absolutely.
population. And the South Asian population, many of those people have darker skin tones than me. And I know at the Walmart that's closest to me, there's a huge population of South Asians who work there. So the demographics is there. It's that you're not looking at it. So I'm glad they finally got rid of it.
Well, Vicky
Yeah, I
J
think
says
maybe
Hourglass
some of the
admitted that they didn't expect the palette to sell like it did. They are going to release the Volume 3 palette in Sephora and Ulta upon restock.
I just think it's upon the companies. Like Sephora, like we don't know all the inner workings. Nobody works in the corporate office. But Sephora, when I look at it now, they have a lot of campaigns showing off different black beauty brands, like just across the board from hair care. They even have a
Uh,
She froze.
yeah, we lost you, Ashley.
company that has unlimited. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Hourglass is a company that
Yes.
has unlimited funds. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they could have been catering to us a long time ago. I think that they just didn't want to. And it doesn't even make sense that Hourglass would think that their palette wouldn't even sell that well, the deeper version, when people have been waiting, when they had the fiasco last year about you just remarketing a palette with the same shades and you put it on a darker skin model, turning down the lights in a certain way in the photos to make it look like it was something different. Where versus Fenty has been out for I don't know how long. And she came out and showed you, she started with 40 shades, was stocked for 2.5 years of inventory and sold out in the deepest shades like that. And I mean, part of it is the buying, and people don't realize, like, I'm in Chicago, and in Chicago, like I said, with the drugstore, and I work for a drugstore chain. And I know when I work in certain neighborhoods, I'm like, well, where is this? They're like, well, this is not ethnic. And they're like, oh, Ashley, I know you love makeup. You're going to take advantage. I don't want that. That's going to be Ashley. Nothing in there fits me. No, I don't want it, okay? I'm not gonna spend my money so you can make your little targets. Because no, I'm not doing that. But um, so I think it also depends on the demographic where you live. Like Chicago is not really a diverse. It's a diverse city, but we are also the most segregated city in the north. Like even Dr. King said that we tend to stay in our communities. Like black people are here.
Yeah.
You have these communities that are mixed.
Mm-hmm.
such and such.
Well, it does
But
depend.
I do want to say, Ashley, that I do agree with you that I do think there are some luxury brands that don't want to include
I
us.
think they
They
just don't
don't want to
care.
sell it
I
to
think
us.
Yeah.
They don't
not
want our
care.
money. They want to maintain their exclusivity, and that
Mhm.
exclusivity is white people, and
Yeah.
that's who they cater to. And I think the reason why Rihanna can come out with Fenty, she's a black woman. A lot of
Mhm.
these luxury brands don't have black people in at the
They
table,
don't,
sitting at the
and it's
table
Yeah.
at
sad.
development. You see when
Any brand,
Gucci
not
and
just
Prada
luxury.
comes out with these racist, clearly racist ads in different countries, and it's because all the people that were at the table during the development are
Yeah.
white, and they didn't think it was racist at all. But as
Yeah.
soon
Yeah.
as it goes out into the public, immediately it's like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? So I
Yeah.
definitely think there are brands that just do not want our coins.
And I think
I think there
Hourglass
are
does
brands
it
that
to
don't
say,
want us, but I also think that includes. There's not black. I don't think it's just a luxury. I think it's all brands. There ain't no black folks in L'Oreal, Maybelline. No, I think it's
mhm,
across the whole board as far
yeah,
as having us at the table. But I think a part of the reason is true this cancel culture. So if you take a
yeah,
brand and you cancel them, right? And then you want them to make something for darker skinned people. In their mind, it's like, okay, well, we cancel. So how much product should I really invest in and put out? And who's really gonna buy it? Because if I'm now canceled, you know what I'm saying? And so I
But
think that was part of Hourglass thing. Because really, a lot of people was canceling Hourglass behind that catfishing they did. So now they
yeah.
come back out with a deeper version, but they're only gonna. It's just business sense. I'm only gonna put a little bit out here just to test the waters to see am I really canceled or are people really gonna buy it?
But I
And
think
now they see
Hourglass
people are
does it to
buying it.
save face because Hourglass has the stick foundation that everybody loves. And
Yeah,
of course, they have to do it in a certain amount of shade ranges because it's plenty. Like Andrea Renee, she loves that Hourglass stick. But a lot of people, I've seen a lot of women of color, a lot of women of not of color who see you got it there, and everybody says it's a beautiful foundation. But everybody knows that the standout product from Hourglass are those ambient lighting powders. Okay, everybody knows, and then they kind of hit the market with that at a time where everybody was doing strobe and contour and baking and things like that, and they came out with the more ethereal looking and your skin is just gonna be flawless. They think they did that on purpose. It's like to save face. It's like, okay, of course in foundation we're gonna have your shape, but the product that we really stand on, no, because we really don't want you over here. But we know if we don't put out certain foundation shapes, we're really just gonna get the backlash.
but I feel like that. Well, I feel like a lot of companies that really don't want us, they don't care about the backlash. You feel me? I feel like if a company makes some type of effort, there's something there. But there's a lot of companies out there that says, I don't care, and I don't care that you mad, and I'm not changing none of my policies. Even if you look at Louis Vuitton,
Hmm.
every time you turn around, what are they doing? Increasing their prices, increasing their prices, increasing their prices. Why?
Hmm.
Because you see more and more black folks walking around with Louis Vuittons. Chanel's doing the same thing. They keep increasing their prices, increasing their prices. They letting you know, oh, you can afford it, let me up the price. Oh, you still can afford it, let me up the price. So I
But
feel like there are
a lot
brands
of
that
that
really don't care about us.
isn't a
And
lot
then there's some that's like, okay, let me see where I fit in.
isn't a lot of that Louis Vuitton stuff coming from Canal Street in New York City?
Not really.
let me just say this.
Not
It's
so
not
much anymore, but
it's
they done cracked down a lot of that in the
it's
city.
not just
Cracked
luxury
down.
brands that don't care about us. There's a lot of affordable brands that don't care about us either. Case in point, Physicians Formula. When have you ever seen them come out with anything for anyone of a deeper skin tone?
Preach.
Say it one more
You
time
know
for the
what's
people in
so
the back.
funny? Do you know the
Please.
first brand
Affordable brands don't care about us. There are affordable brands that don't care about us either. Like, I have never ever seen Physicians Formula come out with anything remotely that I can use on my skin. On my skin.
I never will.
Hey, you know what's so funny is that, remember back in the day, like about in the 90s, early 90s, I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, one of the first drugstore brands that tried to be was, remember Queen Latifah was the cover girl?
Yes! I remember that.
Wasn't she like the first, if I'm not mistaken?
It was the Cover Girl Queens collection.
Queen collection, yeah, Cover Girls.
That was like
the foundation. They don't make it anymore.
I think that was the only one at the time that was trying to be inclusive.
They don't make that anymore.
And they don't make it no more. Yeah.
They got rid of it.
Oh, really? What?
No, they don't make that anymore. And it was a beautiful collection. They don't make it anymore.
Pete's 96 says, the thing with backlash is that it only works if non-BIPOC people boycott as well. Hourglass had white influencers publicly canceling them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is, do we really cancel? It's like 1 minute people are cancel, and the next thing you know, they come out with something just a smidgen darker, and everybody's back on the boat. I mean, I don't believe in the cancel culture, but I do believe that, if you're really serious about it, communicate with the brand, DM them, tell them what you want, and then if they don't show up with the product, then we move on to something else. But the cancel culture is really not cancel culture. I think that Hourglass did feel the absence of our dollars, and that's why they came back.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Hourglass felt the uproar, heard the uproar from the white community, from the white beauty community. The big
that's true. That is true.
Millions of subscribers saying, "Oh, I'm not supporting Hourglass anymore."
That was true. That was definitely true.
Jamila asked a very good question. So, should we be spending our coins elsewhere?
We should.
I feel like you spend your Marlo made a joke about me because I cancel people, but I don't publicly cancel people. But I am the cancel.
I'm the same way, Lori.
And if a company does something I don't like, I won't verbally say it on my platform. But you will notice you'll never see their products on my channel. Yeah. I don't spend my money there because I believe cancel culture only works with my pocket, where I spend my money. So yes, Jamila, if you feel like a brand or company is not doing what they need to do, don't spend your money with them. Because at the end of the day, that's all they care about is that bottom line.
Yeah. That's the biggest way that you're going to impact. Yeah.
And I am so serious.
Lori does it very tastefully. I feel like Lori does it very tastefully because she does it. One of the things I think we all should be able to bring awareness. It's not like she's there to be bashing folks either. You know what I'm saying? She just don't spend her coin. And
I agree with Lori. I agree with all of you. On my channel, I don't bash brands. If you don't see that brand on my channel, it's probably because they don't make something for me, or I feel I'm not included. And another thing too is that you don't have to make a big fuss. You just use your dollars, use your action, and move on if you're not included. But I do, when there is an announcement or there is something going on, I do feel for my other sisters, no matter what it is, and I will support, but I am not going to make a fuss and bash a brand. That's not what I'm going to do.
I'm the same way, Lori. I am a boycotter of one. Like, I do my little personal.
Yeah, me too.
One woman boycotts.
I do it too, and I say I'm not loyal to these brands. Forget that. Right. They ain't loyal to me.
You cannot be loyal. You cannot be loyal to these brands. Okay.
I am not loyal.
Yeah.
You cannot.
And I don't believe in bashing brands.
And I'm not a drama queen.
Right.
I was loyal to Juvia, but we know my issue with Juvia, and
go ahead and say it, Mo.
I quit her, but I quit her. If her products come to Ulta, I will still purchase.
Lori,
but from her site, I will no longer purchase.
I just took them out of time out, so I got a problem with pandering. Don't be pandering to me when you really don't like me. and I don't care if you are black.
Yeah. I don't think that is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took
Oh,
my-
they've been out of timeout for a minute.
Huh? Yeah,
They've been out. Yeah.
I'm real with mine. When I put you on timeout,
Exactly,
you're
and
on
I think that's a good point, Lori. Is that it doesn't matter if the owner of the company is black or white. You have a standard for everybody, no matter what if they're black owned or white. There's a
Yeah.
standard regardless, and you adhere to that.
Mhm.
That's what I love. No matter what.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you,
Yeah, no
something,
matter
if
what.
you're a black company,
Can I ask you,
right, then
ladies?
you don't do it right.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, ladies on the panel and the people in the chat, the ladies in the chat, back to luxury brands. When you see someone with a beautiful look, hence like this, do you really? Can you tell if it's really luxury?
Oh, ooh, me. Let me answer that one.
I don't know.
I've done several videos. I'm Natasha Denona. I did
Up a
one on
little,
Family-
Marlo. It's hard to hear. It's like you're so low.
Oh, can you hear me now?
You're low. Your
Oh,
volume
maybe
is
because
low.
I got my volume on low. That's why. I'm sorry. Hold on. What I was gonna say is, and I still didn't do it right. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Better, yeah.
Okay. So I've done several videos, and this is the part where we're talking about kind of experience, the feeling. I've done a Natasha Denona video, a Pat McGrath video, and did 2 eye looks. One to Natasha Denona, and child, dare I say, a Morphe palette. And them 2 eyes, you couldn't tell the difference. And that is true. I'm saying it. Be mad about it, but it's the truth. And those 2 eyes, nobody could tell the difference. I walked around all day. There was no difference in the terms of the aesthetic and the look. Period.
I think for
feel
the
like-
most part, people can't. But I'm with Jamila. I'm not going to say 10 times out of 10, but 9 times out of 10, if you wearing Pat McGrath eyeshadows, I know.
If you wear
I can
Pat McGrath, I'm be like, That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. She's on another level. I don't think that anybody can dupe her shades. Maybe her mattes, but when it comes to her special shades, I don't think there's anything that can dupe it. I'm sorry, and I'm the affordable person saying this.
Listen, but that is true, but I'm not talking about that piece of it. I'm not talking about specific shades. All I'm saying is that Marlo can create a look on this eye with a affordable brand and make it look just exactly the same as I can with it. That's all I'm saying. Now, of course,
I can too.
But that comes with that.
no other. Obviously, I'm not saying that, but that's true. One of the things that I love about Pat McGrath, my favorite is the bronze palette with her special. I mean, of course you can't touch that. That's not my point.
But my point is this, Marlo. I feel like if you have the ability to apply makeup well,
Right, that's the point.
you can take anything and make it work. But the difference is how much work I got to put in it to make it work. That's where the difference kind of is different in it. I could take maybe a Morphe palette and a Pat McGrath palette and do the same color scheme, same eye look, but the time that it's going to take me to make that Morphe blend in and do what it needs to do it might take a little longer than a Pat McGrath. But I feel like if you have makeup skills, you can make anything work. That's just how I feel like. Because if you don't know how to do makeup and you put on Pat McGrath, you still gonna be looking a hot mess. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be. If you don't know what you're doing.
Correct.
I feel like it's
just
about
like the person
skill
that
level.
you know that wears
I
high
agree.
fashion and they have no style. If they have no style and Gucci and whatever and this, and you go to TJ Maxx and the consignment shop and you mix it with the Express and then maybe put on a LV bag, you pop it. But that person still could be a mess because I've seen both spectrums. I've seen the person that I'm like, girl, Trish, you make that $2 eyeshadow pop. And then I see somebody else is like, ooh, it's like, well, we need to work on this application. And I've seen the person
I agree
who
with
dresses in all luxury and look a hot mess versus the people over here like mix and match and Target outfit. That's me. A Target outfit is.
Right, right.
And it, and I agree with that 100%. But all I can
Mo
say
is
is
cracking
off of
up.
my experience. I have these, like, I've used certain pals, and I'm not saying it could be not morph, it could be anything. Now, it takes me the same amount of time, the same amount of effort. All I could do is say my experience. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like
Take the
there,
same
you could
amount.
definitely. There's definitely a lot of companies out there that make some really good, like
yeah. Yeah.
dupe,
I mean, you can't deny
dupe
that.
shades. And if you, yeah, I agree. I agree.
But the
There's a
matter
lot of
of the
companies out there that
thing
make good
is,
dupe shades.
it didn't used to be like that. Like, drugstore has stepped their game up so hard, it's not even funny. Like, now, if BH comes out with a palette, I would look at it and be like, is it cute? No, I need this one. But them sweet shots, I was like, oh, I need all of them. Blueberry
Girl.
I need that. Avocado toast, I need that.
Are-
And those formulas are on point. BH back in the day, I was like, oh, no thanks. I'm good.
Girl,
But,
them
like,
sweet
now,
shop palettes
I
are the truth. Okay,
the
I have the
truth.
pistachio palette. I have the. Oh my god, they
I love
are
the
so
pistachio
fire,
palette.
so
but the thing
fire.
is, it's just evolved. Like the color. Okay, we can laugh about color pop all we want to, but their formula is good. Like, I mean, yes, they do themselves all the time. It's controversies here and there, but if we just talk about the formula, it did not used to be that way at a drugstore. Like, I mean, you have to like scratch in the pan, and now it's like, okay, well, I can do something with this, you know.
Right, Pete. Yeah.
So, Octavia Beauty, this is way off the subject, but she asked a question, and I want to put it to y'all. Would the panel like to give us one recommendation each for the Sephora sale?
One?
Only one?
Only one.
Octavia,
Only
you
one.
gotta walk all of our
Because
recommendations.
it's totally off
videos.
topic, but only one.
Dang, that's hard. Okay.
I bought one thing. Well, actually, I bought two things. From the Sephora collection. I bought a micro smooth powder.
Oh, now that's good.
That's
That's good.
this right
That's
here.
a good powder.
I bought. This is all I bought, and because all of y'all were talking about the face palette, Natasha, I bought that today. The dark.
Okay, but she said one. She said one. Okay, I'm gonna recommend the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. That foundation is fire. Get it. It's 30% off. Get it.
I ordered it.
I'm going
That's
to
my
recommend
recommendation.
the Say brush. The Say bronzer brush. It's bomb. You should try it. Yep. It's heavy. It's beautiful. It's well made. It's vegan. You can sit it on your thingy. You can use it for primer, foundation, and their bronzer. And it's $25 and you get your percentage off.
I'm going to recommend. I'm in a Danessa Myrick state of mind these days, and I'm going to recommend the Balm Contour. I know no one likes contour anymore but me, but if you like contour, everybody's into bronzer now, but if you like contour, that contour is beautiful.
I
didn't really
really hard.
shop
This
this
is hard
well.
just to break down to one.
I
Liz
have
like to
one.
skip it. She said skip the sale. Black Friday's coming.
I
Okay, I
have
got something. This right here is the Merit lip oil.
One.
And you guys, I love this Merit lip oil. It makes your lips feel so good, as well as it actually has color. Like this is I had to get this out of my purse. This stays in my purse. And I'm recommending this because we're going into winter and we don't want no crusty, dusty lips. So there you go.
I have one.
Go ahead,
So
Marla.
for the Sephora sale, I bought tons of skincare plus makeup. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Say it again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. I guess you can't hear us.
Oh, okay. I bought tons of skincare. I recommend the pharmacy. The pharmacy honey dew mask. Get that.
Jackie, do you have a recommendation?
Well, I've been in these hauling streets. So when the Sephora sale came, I only picked up these the foundation by Sephora and the powder. My cart is still full, but I don't think I'm going to purchase anything else.
Is there one
I
product
just can't
Jackie
make
you
it
would
happen.
recommend?
Y'all will see a GoFundMe if I purchase anything. Oh yes, now I'm a powder fanatic.
Just one,
I got
Jackie.
a lot of
One
stuff to
product.
recommend. Okay, what I really want is the
That you would recommend, Jackie.
Makeup Forever.
One product you would recommend.
What?
Not what you bought. One product from the Sephora sale that you would recommend.
Oh my God.
Oh, and they're like one.
I don't know. I can't afford nothing right now.
Okay.
Pass. I don't have any recommendations. Save your coin.
Okay.
I
No, you say save the coin.
I love Jackie. I love
If you are
Jackie.
shopping the sale, find an influencer that you want to support and use their link, y'all. We all shopping. Find an influencer, use their link if you're gonna shop.
Wait a minute, y'all skipped me.
Oh, go ahead, Ash. Go ahead, Ash.
Dr. Ashley, take the floor.
Thank you, Jack. So I would actually recommend the Tatcha Gold Fun Lip Balm as a recommendation.
Oh,
That one, I have really dry skin, and but that one is really nice. I like to wear it when I just get ready in the morning, and it really lasts throughout the day. And I wear a mask for 12 hours. So with the mask, and it just makes your lips even drier. So I would recommend that.
Okay. All right. So I think we have exhausted this topic.
Oh wait, I have a recommendation.
yes, Miss Jackie, take the
All
floor.
right, Miss Jackie. Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Jackie.
Better late than never.
I recommend, and I can't even think of it now. It's a foundation by what's the foundation that everybody is a. Is it the Lancome
Should we swing
foundation?
back around, Jackie?
The huh? Look at you. What is it called?
Is it NARS?
No, it's I'm gonna go get it.
Go get it, Miss Jackie.
Oh my God.
Hurry on.
Oh God, this is good.
I'm gonna have to go buy whatever it is. She done got up.
She said, "Hold on."
Oh God. Oh.
I love me some Jackie. I love me some Jackie.
She said, "Hold on, let me go get it."
I'm glad I was able to make it.
I
to
recommend the
live.
Estee Lauder
I
foundation.
Oh, the
make
Estee
it.
Lauder.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, which one? The double wear?
Now Jamila's gonna say we can get that from the CCO.
Oh, Celeste had already
I don't have a CCO.
guessed it.
Oh, look at Mo. Mo got the double wear.
Yes.
I can't wear that. I can't wear that. It's too matte for me.
I don't like matte
too matte
matte,
for me, too.
but this,
I love it, Miss Jackie. I love it
I
too.
love it too.
Even though it's
Yeah,
full
that's too full coverage for me.
It is full coverage, but I can rock it.
I'm not a full coverage girl. I don't have that. I don't rock
I
that.
go in light-handed.
Yeah, light-handed. Yeah, me
I'm
too.
kind of
Every
light-handed with stuff, so it held up for me beautifully this summer. And I don't like full coverage. I don't like heavy makeup, but I just started using this again, and it was just a game changer for me. And I don't go in with like a matte primer. I don't do a matte primer and a matte foundation. So,
But that is a
switch
good foundation.
that up,
I
but
recommend that to a lot
I really
of
like
people.
this.
When they ask me and they have maybe combo oils,
Yes.
I recommend that to a lot of people. But I don't like that on myself. But
But it don't
I'm
come
dry.
with a pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I got a
Yeah,
pump
you have to
from
get a separate pump. You have to get the pump separate, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Jamila,
Yes.
sell the pump at the CCO store?
Yeah, they do. They do.
They do.
They do.
Jamila said it was 50% off at the CCO.
It's always 50% off.
Call the
They have
CCO
a pump.
store.
And for those who don't know what the CCO store is, it's the cosmetic company outlet store. It's at most of the outlets. You can get a lot of the Estee Lauder luxury brands and under their umbrella, their brands there for very high discounts.
You know they had a 5. You buy 5 products, you get 70% off, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They had that sale going on too.
Wow.
But you can't do a La Mer or a Tom Ford. That's the
Yeah, no, it's not. La Mer and Tom Ford's not included, but everything else is. And I think like the limited edition stuff, you can't use it on either, but everything else you can use it on.
So, ladies, as we wrap up tonight's roundtable, I want to thank you all for participating. I'd like to thank everyone that joined us. And before we go, let's go around and you guys tell me what's coming up next for you on your channels. I'm hoping everyone who is new tonight has hit the subscribe button, is going to check out all these ladies' channels. When this live is over, I will have everyone's channel listed in the description box. I hope you will check out every single one of us, subscribe, and follow us. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of support. It's a lot of love. It's a lot of knowledge. And I think you will get a lot of value from watching everyone here.
Okay,
So-
can I go first? Because I'm so excited.
Yes.
Can I go first? Okay, so Tuesday is my birthday, y'all.
Woo!
Oh, happy birthday.
And I'm going live. I'm going live on Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm going live on Tuesday. I don't have a time yet, but it's going to be Tuesday evening after work. I normally do a birthday haul video every year, but this year I don't have time to film a video because I'm going on vacation. So I'm going to do it live. So I'm going to share everything that I purchased for my birthday. It's going to be collective haul. I got some stuff from Sephora, some Ulta, some Pat McGrath, a little bit of everything.
Oh,
I'm going live. Yeah, it's my birthday. Okay. So yes, tune in. I'm gonna post it. I'll post it. Mark your calendars. Tuesday evening, probably around 6:30 ish Central Time. I'm going
And
live.
her lives
Tune
are-
in.
They're so good. Please join her.
Oh,
lives.
thank
I
you. Well,
always enjoy them.
this live is not going to be, I'm not going to do any makeup. I'm going to have my makeup already done because it's going to be my birthday. But I'm going to do a haul. I'm going to share with you everything I bought. I'm going to do swatches. We're going to chat. We're going to have drinks. It's going to be a party. It's going to be all of that. So tune in.
You
Okay?
drinking?
Okay.
Will do.
Girl, it's my birthday. It's my birthday.
The whole month.
Larry, what you got coming up?
I got two things. One thing you guys might be interested in. If you're interested in the new Patrick Ta blush palette, next week I have a video coming up where I'm doing the palette on my skin tone, and I have a sister that is Marlo's skin tone. So we'll both be using the same palette, so you'll be able to see how it looks on both of us. So that's coming up next week. But next Friday, you guys, I am collaborating with someone. I can't go into a lot of great details, but make sure on next Friday you're on my YouTube channel because I will be dropping a video talking about it. And you guys, it is big. It's big for me.
Calendars.
And so
Mark your
please stay
calendars.
tuned. Next Friday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Lori.
Thank you.
Are you going live Wednesday?
Dr. Ash, what you
Congratulations.
got coming up?
Are you going live Wednesday?
Wednesday is my 35th anniversary, y'all. So
35.
Oh my God, congratulations. That is amazing.
Lori.
thank you.
Wow.
Wednesday, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go at around 5:00 because we're gonna go to dinner. So I'm gonna go live, but it's gonna be early.
Okay.
35. Holy crap. I'm only at 10.
Did you say
Jeez.
35?
I'm
Yes,
at
you
0.
Yeah.
I'm 31. I'm tripping.
Still. Girl, I'm at 10. I'm at 10 years. Whew. Child. Congratulations.
0.
Look at Mo.
Don't feel bad, Mo. That's me too.
I'm trying to get 35 months.
I love that. I'm over here like,
Trying to get a
what's your
date.
favorite color? How many kids
Ashley,
do
what you
have
got coming up?
already? What do I have coming up? So I think tomorrow my tropical vibe video is coming up with HBK because somebody by the name of Monique Jones, she got a makeup shade me and made me buy the palette.
I'm looking at that palette.
Look
I
at Mo.
dragged
She
my
covered her
feet.
face.
I dragged my feet on that palette and it's sold
Yes.
out. So now I gotta wait
Oh
to get the restock.
no, but it is actually so like I guess
Mhm.
sneak peek or whatever, sneak preview. The new formula is actually really really nice. But I'm most excited about the new series on my channel called the Palette Rotation. And Ty knows I've been working really hard on that. So I have my first volume of that video go up. And it's basically informal. Sometimes I'm sitting in this setup. Sometimes I'm sitting like at my actual vanity. And I'm just doing my makeup for the day. It's just like quick and dirty. And you can see the palettes that I'm using. So maybe you get some inspiration on, using those palettes that we forgot about, picking it back up. So it's just a good way to incorporate the old with some of the new palettes that are out right now.
I love that series. I have to bite it because
Thank
I
you.
need to
Yes,
use
go
my
ahead and
makeup.
Bite it. Yes.
Mo, what you got coming up? Anything? I know you with the kids.
I don't know.
You with the children.
Mo.
I don't know.
Jackie, what you got coming up?
Hold up. I'm so sorry. People have been asking me about the lives. I wanted to do videos, but again, like Chai said, I am very busy with the kids. There's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of meetings, paperwork with special ed. Some meetings have been pushed up from January to next month, so I'm really busy. It's even hard to do the lives. And guys, even though I am better physically, when I get ready to want to do a live, the allergies are not totally gone. It's difficult, y'all. Just bear with me. Once I'm off for the week of Thanksgiving, I'll bring y'all me then.
Yes,
Okay.
we enjoy you, Mo.
Looking
Thank you.
forward to it. Jackie, what you got coming up? Anything? Jackie,
First,
Jackie.
I would like to say that to the chat, I have not chatted with y'all. I don't even have a chat bar. I think it's because I'm not signed in to Yardstream. So it's not that I didn't want to interact with you guys. It's just that I don't even have a chat bar. So hello to the chat. Next, I don't have a darn thing coming up. I've got to get my life. I am so big. I'm like Monique. I think I'm going to do better when Thanksgiving comes around. But Lori, you really inspired me when we were talking about the goals. You were talking about it in one of your lives, making a time, set your goals and stick to them.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to do that, but it hasn't worked out as of yet. But right now I have nothing. I didn't even upload a video this week. I'm so busy, caring for my dad right now with my sister and, working at school, working at the pharmacy. I just have so much going on, feeding the goats, that I have not been able to keep up just with life itself. But hopefully when Thanksgiving rolls around, I'll be able to pump out some videos. If not before then, I'm going to work on one tomorrow, as a matter of fact, but I don't have any grand things going on.
Okay, well, you need to hurry up because I need to know the rest of the story. I don't know if you guys checked out Jackie's last video. It was story time, and I need to know what happened next. So,
Yeah,
we
do.
Please get on it. Marla, what you got coming?
I have a refer video coming out this week. I have fall look that I'll be posting this week for sure. And other than that, I don't have anything else to announce or anything like that, other than just be patient with me. I may only be posting once a week because I'm super busy with work and clients right now. So I know you guys understand, but those two things will be coming.
Will you be going live next week?
Yes, I'm still going to do live, but I'm only doing them twice a month, and it's every other Thursday.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be here.
At,
We'll be waiting.
at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 6 or 6:30. It's not. It's either always 6 or 6:30. I'm sorry, I can't give you a definitive one, but my life is busy right now.
You know, that's the life of a part-time YouTuber, man. Like we all have
Yeah.
jobs and life. We gotta attend to life. This isn't a full-time gig. Chantel, what you got going on?
Well, what had happened was life. I came back to Cali and I just knew that I was going to come home and take care of my family and just get back. I was just pumped up. I was going to get my videos. I wasn't going to miss a beat. And life was like, I don't think so. I don't think so. So I finally am set up. So that's a good thing. I am in between my place and my aunt's place, caring for her. So that's rewarding. So hopefully tomorrow I'll film and get a video out. But to everyone, I really appreciate all your well wishes and encouragement. And I cannot wait to get back to makeup. I miss my makeup family. I've been in and out and I miss you all. I really do. And my makeup sister.
Well,
yeah.
we miss you too.
Yeah.
And Saturday, I will have my Sephora haul video up. And I'm going to just be working on some more tutorials because, like a lot of you said, I got eyeshadow palettes sitting here in a box staring up at me that I have not used. And I need to start using them. So be on the lookout for more tutorials. Ladies and gents, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight.
Hold on. Yes. I'm sorry to interrupt. Our next roundtable, that will be hosted by the one and only Miss
Marlo Keenan.
Do we know?
We do not. So details to follow. So I hope everyone will be able to join us. We will be having another Black Beauty roundtable. And so make sure you subscribe, hit those notifications, look out for those community posts because we will let you know when it happens. Alrighty?
Alrighty.
Okay, so
alrighty.
I am going to wrap this up. So thank you everyone who came and spent time with us. We really appreciate it. We really love you. We really appreciate all your support. Whether you're subscribed, whether you comment on the video, you like a video, you share the video, you watch the video. Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah. A good weekend.
Appreciate all of you.
Alex, no ma'am.
And we will see you guys soon. All right.
Okay. Bye everyone. Love you. Thank you all.
Love you all. Thank you.
Bye.